All right, greetings everybody from Detroit at the Automate Show. We're here in AMC's booth, and we're here with Rene. Ymzon, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Now we're talking about precision motion control, and I'm curious, you have advanced motion control that's been in the business of precision motion control for over 3 decades. How are you integrating industrial IoT technology into your servo and motion system to support smart manufacturing?
Well, advanced motion control specializes in servo drives, and the servo drive touches all the other components in a machine. We have a direct connection to the motor, the feedback, as well as the controller. So we're in an ideal location to do the IoT, the Internet of Things. Our drives, since they're connected to everything, as well as connected over network to the controller, can take that information, digitize it, and bring it straight to the controller. For example, motor speed, motor current, velocity, position, all that stuff can go straight back to the controller, as well as other feedback information, or even other sensors or other peripheral devices can go through our I/O back to the network. So we're perfectly set up for the IoT.
Rene, thank you for that background. Now, why do so many machines still struggle with motion control, and what's broken on how manufacturers are buying it?
Companies really struggle with motion control, especially if they're just getting into it. Mostly because it's a very complex problem. Mm-hmm. The motion control is very detailed, and there's not the same solution, right? There could be multiple solutions to the same problem, and the solutions can look different, so it could be overwhelming for a lot of people. So, yeah.
Thank you. Now, if a small to mid-sized manufacturing came to you today and says, we can't justify automation, what would you say?
I would say you can't afford not to do automation. Automation is so important in today's world that if you decide not to do it, especially if it's something that's manual, a product that's manual or something like that, and you have competitors that are automating, it's just going to leave them behind. So I would say you just can't afford not to automate.
Got it. Now, what's one thing manufacturing ignore until it's too late and ends up costing them the most in motion control?
I would say, since it is a complex task, to ignore asking questions, so reaching out to the manufacturer, so trying to solve problems on themselves and then not coming to us for help. At Advanced Motion Controls, we pride ourselves in having excellent support, so we prefer that they ask us, and then we'll have solutions. A lot of times we've already seen the application from other places, similar applications. So we already know ways to solve problems, or even if it's a similar application but in a different industry, we may already know how to do something and then offer the help to them. So, yeah. And the other thing that people ignore is they might have a setup where they do a prototype and they don't fully test it. They don't test all the things that they're going to have in the actual use. And if it's not tested, then it comes up later, like, oh, it didn't work to do this. Well, maybe because they didn't fully test it. So that's another thing.
Thank you for that. And I think I've seen something on one of your display here that close to 50% of your employees are degreed engineers. So a lot of support there
absolutely
for the customers.
We have so many degreed engineers from mechanical to electrical. If you're calling us, chances are you're talking to an engineer. Other than maybe the receptionist, we have a lot of engineers.
Now, with so many smart factories and intelligent machines, how is AMC helping make that future a reality and ways that matter today?
Again, like my previous answer, our products are designed to take information, the physical world information, and digitize it and put it into out into the higher machine controls. So we can take something as simple as the torque or current and output that directly to the machine, and then that becomes data. And this is important for statistics and monitoring. You can be running a machine, and if a process takes a certain amount of current to run, and that slowly increases over time, that could be an indication that maybe a bearing's going out, or maybe it needs maintenance or lubrication, because the torque is proportional to the current. So all you have to do is measure the current. It's like, oh, there's something going on, something's changing over time. And you can see that if you're capturing the data and looking at it.
Rene, I want to close with one question. Looking ahead at key trends in motion control and automation, do you believe will reshape industrial automation next 3 years, and how is AMC preparing for them? What key trends in motion control?
I think the trend is already there. We're already pointing in that direction, and that's just making more and more things automated. I mean, I don't know. I remember ordering something out of a catalog, and you get something like weeks or months later. Today you order it and it comes there immediately, and that's purely because of automation. Automation on the logistics side, and automation on actually in the warehouse side. So yeah, I think that trend's there.
You've triggered something in my mind as you're describing this. I look at traditional industrial distributors, right? The carrying of the stock that used to be extremely important now is no longer that, because you get same day delivery through some of the things. You look at being closest to the customer, well, that's no longer relevant because the push of a button gets you the closest, the best resource, not the closest. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just because we're in one place doesn't mean we can support you just like we're next door neighbors. It's so true. And then the ability to just have video calls, to walk people through issues and share software and stuff like that. Yeah, for sure.
Rene, thank you so much. And if you have questions for Rene or his team, feel free to leverage the hashtag you see on the screen, or still got the rest of the day to join here at the Automate show.
Thanks, Lucian.